What up, though? What up, those? 1 2 1 2. Is this microphone on? Damn, I have my legs showing and shit. Hold on, let me get my legs out the way. It's summertime in the D, but I can't be showing my legs on YouTube. Y'all gonna have to pay for that. I have to put that on the Patreon or something. What's up with y'all though? How y'all feeling this good Saturday night? And everything is all right. Let a few people come on in and check out the channel and the poetry. I'm gonna get into an issue or two. Talk a little bit about the Grammys. Even though I'm still down with Flavor Flav and Willie D, who gives a fuck about a goddamn Grammy? Where's my goddamn trophy? Y'all don't know nothing about Willie D, man. Y'all don't know about Willie Dennis, man. That trophy. I don't even know how important this topic is to some people, but being that this is a spoken word channel, poetry, so I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, at least a little bit of information that I do know and have heard of. Actually, I got my phone with me because I want to look it up and actually read, because actually I thought it was already a category for spoken word, and it already was a category for spoken word and spoken word poetry, but I guess it's something different now. Maybe I'm gonna have to read up on it and see what the whole ordeal is about. I guess being a spoken word album, it can be an album that's just a straight up poetry album. If that makes sense. Because right here, like they say, I guess it's 1959, they already been doing it. Okay, let me read some of this. Okay, albums of spoken word poetry, audiobooks, storytelling, non-musical drama. I guess that's what they already was doing, that part. Hold on, bear with me for 1 second. Okay, it say Grammys add Songwriter of the Year, Best Spoken Word Album, and more. So it say the Grammy Awards has announced some new awards and rules change is being introduced for the 2023 ceremony, including Songwriter of the Year, Best Spoken Word Poetry Album. Okay. Y'all been doing that. Okay, it said this does not apply to the Best Compilation Soundtrack, Best Historical Album, man, we'll figure this shit out. But anyway, dig. It looked like a plus for the poetry community, whatever it is. However it's going down, I guess they're going to shed a little bit more light on spoken word and poetry, which is cool, even though I can honestly say I don't watch the Grammys. I don't watch these award shows. I don't fuck with them like that. But everybody deep down inside, even the people that don't watch these shows and stuff like that, deep down inside, everybody do know that the Grammys is a very, what's the word, prestige award to have, and it can take you in a different realm, your career, like that whole ordeal in the world when they say Grammy nominated. You know, so many people, producers and rappers and whatever they do in entertainment, a lot of people always put that on a resume if they've been nominated for a Grammy. Like even being nominated for a Grammy can get you in some doors or might get you a little bit of recognition. And truth be told, I obviously heard that you can pay for that shit, to be honest with you. A lot of people ain't gonna tell y'all that, but that's the word on the street. A lot of that shit it's like you can pay to go to be seen amongst the committee. So I don't want to put the actual number out there, but I heard it's about 30K or somewhere between 30 and 60. You can pay for that shit and you can be like seen amongst the people to be nominated. So basically, that shit can be paid for. You know the right people, and you got that bread, you got that cheese shit. You can get up in the mix. But it is what it is, you know. All this shit is pay over to some degree. Ain't shit free. Shit, if all this stuff was all about talent, a lot of people would be on, you know. A lot of more people will probably be on and be seen, but we live in a world you have to market, you have to spend money, you have to know people, you have to spend your bread. You know, that marketing, that's a powerful tool, you know. It's a reason after you cut off this video, a certain video pop up and all that shit, or it say recommended this video and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand YouTube will push certain videos, but there's a lot of people that pay for advertising, you know. It's a reason you see the Breakfast Club and Vlad and all that shit pop up, you know what I'm saying, more than others, you know, or certain channels because they pay, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's something you have to do. That's marketing, that's business, that's one-on-one. And by those forces, being the people that have that type of revenue, why not spend so you can be the first seen and keep your brand alive and your shit can be pushing and moving and grooving. But as far as artists who just, you know, on the ground level of just having talent and steady working and trying to be consistent, you know, it may be a harder grind. And trust me, I see that shit and I know that shit. I know this ain't no easy walk or no cakewalk for anybody to do it. And that's why, you know, I tip my hat off to anybody that's in any type of business. I mean, like even if you sell cakes, whatever you do, you have to advertise, you have to let people know. I'm talking about just beyond your social media. Because the key, I mean, I'm sharing all this. I ain't saying the key because if I knew all the factors, my shit would be on and popping. But these are things I'm just paying attention to. And, you know, as I expand on my career, the things that I will invest in if I had the revenue to do, I can understand it. So what I'm about to say is, I'm saying is that you have to spend beyond the people that you already know. Like if you got a social media following with, let's say 1,000 people or whatever, whether these can be people that you know already or came across or whatever, who might admire your work or whatever, that's cool. You gravitate and you got those people, maybe. But the whole key to promoting and marketing is to get eyeballs on you of people that don't know you already. That's really what marketing is about. You want people that don't know you to come across you and see your shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, don't take for granted the people that's already following you and friends who already see your work. Like this 700 or whatever people I got that subscribe to my channel right now at this very moment, I appreciate them, but I still have to be exposed to like another 10,000 or whatever to get a consistent 5,000 maybe tuned in and watching. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only a percentile of that number that'll probably just stay in tune, just clicking on your shit. But anyway, back to the Grammys and the spoken word. And the things that they do, it's definitely a plus. Now, if you've been tuned in to my channel, you already know I kind of like slightly been hitting on some of this already. Talking about how spoken word and poetry can be a bigger factor and how I want it to be like up in the realm of stuff like comedy and stuff like that. I wanted to get to a point to where we having tours and spoken word people can do arenas and shit like that. And I definitely plan on being amongst the few that hit those arenas and perform inside of those type of places with a straight up whole routine and can hold the attention of an audience and fill up seats and do a fucking show with spoken word and poetry. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal of this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. The teaching. This is the new shit, man. This ain't that boring. I mean, no disrespect to all the people that came before me and all the different poetry of modern time and all that. But this ain't that, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people do get that, but I mean, we kicking down doors. We really is setting up something else. And on that note, I might as well find a poem to kick it to y'all. Shoot, you is watching the spoken word channel, so why not listen to a poem or two? I have a lot of motivational stuff. A lot of y'all know that already. But I talk my shit too. Alright, I'm just going through a notebook and just grabbing something. But this is a piece I wrote right here called When You Know What You Want. See if you could dig this real quick. And be sure to hit the like button and help the channel grow so they can push the video out a little bit more. And we can grow with the spoken word also. We amongst that. I think I'm about to read it. I'm going to do it a couple of times. Let me see. I was having a dark day when I wrote this, and I do remember that. Okay. When you know what you want, listen to me. I was almost at the ledge, this close to giving up. Took a little break, the devil got busy and it almost ate me up. Ain't got no views, don't make no video. Pull out your phone, call that cute girl you met the other day, grab a drink, go to the store. I had to let go. At the same time, hold on. Can't let the nonsense defeat me or negativity set the tone. Kids need me. And my mental, I need myself. Got a day off of work, let's work on tomorrow. So we ain't always gotta depend on somebody else. Why when I get tired of my own shit is when I start to work harder. Busting these moves, researching in the ghetto. Hoping my kids see my sacrifice as being a father. It's a scary road, detours, hills, unseen fog and bumps. But everything comes full circle when you work and know what you want. Know what you want. Rap talk, that's that poem in peace. Snap, 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 snaps. Yeah, I remember I wrote this. I wrote that real quick too. I remember it was like a Saturday, so I had a couple things in my mind. I think I probably was just feeling a little down, like I probably ain't made a couple of videos in a couple of days or something, and I probably just was, you know, lagging and shit, just on some bullshit, overthinking. It probably was just in my own way, as we do sometimes, you know, as men. Why don't we even say as men, as people, men and the women, a lot of times we just do that. Might just overthink shit, being our own way, procrastinate a little bit, knowing these things we need to do. And that's why on that one line I say, that's why I hit that one line I say, where is that? I say, took a little break, the devil got busy, it almost ate me up. Don't write nothing today. You ain't got no views, don't make no video. Pull out your phone, call that cute girl you met the other day, grab a drink, go to the store. I mean, just that whole mental block is just making me do bullshit and just think like, okay, well, like just distract yourself. Like, don't even make no video. Anybody watch, you know, everybody watching that shit. But even though somebody always watching, it ain't gotta be right at the moment, but somebody always watching. But that was that poem of peace. That's why I titled it When You Know What You Want. Because basically I was trying to just cut the bullshit at the top. That's why I titled it When You Know What You Want. Because when you know what you want, you gonna work for that. You gonna get to it. But being the fact that the Grammys did what they did, we gotta respect it. And it might even get to a point to where it might even just be seen as a category. Because you gotta remember rap started like that, hip hop. They weren't showing that shit on TV. They weren't showing that category. You might have heard who won. You'd be like, oh shit, such and such rap album won this, won that. But you ain't see it. They ain't show the whole presentation. Shit, I think they ain't even really start to what. I'm trying to remember when Fresh Prince and when Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince won their first award. Was they even seen? Did they show it? But I definitely know they were the first rappers to get an award. But I'm not sure if I recall if the actual moment was televised, which would have been cool. And shout out to them. You know, we pushing barriers with hip hop. But why do we need that approval all the time? I really don't get it. I don't understand. Because, like I was talking to y'all the other day about spoken word and poetry. It's like we the last voice. They can talk all that shit, man, but we the last voice that's untapped and untainted to where people censor it and touching it. You see what they did to comedy. You see what they doing in music. Now they locking all these rap niggas up on all types of shit. The shit they say or whatever. I mean, I know it's a lot going on. That's a whole nother video. But what I'm really getting at is spoken word is just growing. It's growing amongst us. It's a voice, you know. And they got different looks, you know. Like look at me right now. Do I look poetry to you? I am, but it could be anything. It could be a baseball hat. It could be just some chill. I don't have to have beads and braids and shit. I mean that average modern look to where somebody look poetic, you know. Even though that's a stereotype within me, even gasping the words to say that. They have to have those things to look and be poetic, you know. So that's kind of a fault on me. But it is what it is. We're gonna get this shit cracking though, man. What it is cracking. It's already in motion. Let me find y'all something else. Matter of fact, let me think of one of my joints that I got off the top of the head that I remember. Matter of fact, since I'm talking about how everything is moving, how the process of spoken word poetry is moving, I'm gonna just talk to y'all about how you gotta just enjoy the journey. Like, let everything just take its course sometime in life. Sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to just understand that things just don't go in order. And there's basically nothing you can do about that. Just think about that. Just let life go in order sometime. Let the bullshit happen. Because you always make it through it. You can say whatever you want, but all the bullshit that came your way, you got through it. You got through it. You can't tell me nothing different. You're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. But dig this here. Let me see if I remember this off the top of the head. I really don't be performing this one when I go out, but I might put it on my mental block and in my list to. The leaves come before the trees. Don't forget the roots. And everything has its beginning. That's what we learned as a youth. And the truth is, it ain't no shortcuts, just hard turns. roadblocks, detours, everything's hard earned. Listen to me. If the motto to follow was the same, there'd be no change and there wouldn't be no reason for me to stay in my lane. But I maintain, study my peers, open my ears, listen what's being told, and I face my fears. Gears turn in direction for me to reach my highest. I do it for my culture because for my people I'm biased. Your seminars, your networks and seminars are not worth my time. I rewrite and research and probably start mine. I'm good with my struggles, my hustles, my image. Do what I love until God says I'm finished. I love what I do, so bullshit don't concern me. Winning takes time and effort. So enjoy the journey. You must enjoy the journey. Rap talk. It's that poem of peace. Snap, snap. You at home watching? Snaps. But like I say, don't do it on the circle. Don't get on that Damon Wayne shit, that 2 snaps in the circle, and don't do that shit. But I appreciate y'all. We're gonna be in the mix. Spoken word gonna be in the mix. Y'all gonna see your man in the mix. Might go up there and win that Grammy. I ain't gonna say might go up there and win that Grammy. I don't need approval of the Grammys, but like I say, that everybody deep down inside know that it is a prestige award, whatever. But even though we think fuck the Grammys, I mean, being a hip hop, a core hip hop head, and being loose with this shit, it's not really too much that we care about the Grammys. But shit, all these awards basically it's basically on some who know who type shit nowadays. I mean, let the streets talk. Let the streets decide who's who. You know, that word of mouth, that them credentials on the streets, them credentials filling up them seats and all that, that's what move. But like I said in the beginning of the video, all that stuff do help. If I'm able to write down Grammy nominated spoken word artists, you know what I'm saying? If that's on the ticket before I do a show or advertise, that gets more ears, that gets more people to, you know, pay attention. All this shit. I mean, we live in a world where it's laying like that. Ain't no way around it. So we're gonna see what they do with the category. I mean, like I say, I guess there's more details to come so they can straighten it out. I'm gonna look it up because, like I say, it already was a category for spoken word poetry. Because a lot of different people got it. I remember, like, of course, Maya Angelou got it. What they say, I guess Michelle Obama got it too. That's what they say. But I guess spoken word, maybe that don't mean that it was all poems in there. It might have just was just some type of audio. Like audio, I guess when I say audio, I mean like without music, or maybe they had music, but it was more like storytelling and stuff like that. I mean, you know, it just went like rhythm and music. It wasn't like no tempo, like, okay, these are songs. It was probably like things being said. It's like even back in the day, like with Motown, when they had the Black Forum label, like, you know, and I'm researching, got this game too, like by being at Motown, you know, they used to, with the Black Forum label, it was a spoken word label that was like a sister of Motown. They used to have like speeches on there, you know, like some of Dr. King's speeches and different artists, like they'd sell the records through that label, you know, which that was powerful. By the way, I learned about that because I was in a competition back in 2019. Because like here in Detroit, every year it'd be a spoken word poetry challenge. It'd be a contest given by the Motown Museum. And in 2019, I was one of the finalists. So, you know, out of a lot of people, and I was top 10. I didn't win the whole contest, but I was one of the finalists. So shout out to that. So during the whole ordeal of the competition, what some of the criteria for you to complete your whole thing to perform, you had to walk through the museum, which I should have already fucking did. Because to be honest with you, I grew up in a damn neighborhood, and I'm talking about the museum is like walking distance from the neighborhood that I grew up in Detroit. And for so many years, like I took it for granted, just not even went up in there and just checked out the museum. It's like I passed it every damn day. You know what I'm saying? It's right in my neighborhood. It's a damn KFC right next to it. But anyway, but actually right now they're expanding the building also. So when you ever in Detroit, come check it out. They're expanding the building right now. They're doing a lot of renovating. So it's gonna be much bigger now. So it should be a sight to see. But yeah, man, it's so much, man. It's just get involved, man. Whatever you doing out there, just get involved because it's bound to get bigger. Like it was only inevitable after a little bit more time, spoken word get more attention because it's just moving and there's so many people putting their whole little niche on it. And that's why I think just like that poem I just did to y'all called Enjoy the Journey, that's basically what you have to do. And that's what I'm doing. That's why I need to put no pressure on this shit. I mean, I'm putting pressure on this shit. I gotta apply pressure. But this shit is going in order. So when you see me flourishing with the spoken word on another tip, another level, and you was like some of the people that was here in the beginning of this shit, and you watching these videos years from now, you would see that, okay, this shit was going in order. So as spoken word grow, I have to be in the mix and grow with this shit and keep doing what the fuck I'm doing. And when the things in line and everything get inclined, shit, we popping off and moving and grooving. I mean, it's spoken word. It's a whole ordeal. It's a whole genre. I mean, why not? But I thank y'all for tuning in and taking the time. I'm gonna get into another piece real quick. Let me find something for y'all. Trying to think, you know. Like I told you, I got so much ink around. I needed to start writing down titles instead of just trying to just grab notebooks. I'll do this one. I'll do this one for y'all real quick. This one is called Oatmeal Beats No Meal. And it's a little bit of motivation towards this. Just letting y'all know that something is better than nothing. Just get something popping, you know? That's why I say oatmeal beats no meal. Shit, you can have the smallest, but as long as you got something on your plate, you doing what you doing. Listen to me. He was too cool to go to school, refused to open books and abide by the rules. And now he out here scamming, stressing and finessing, trying to find a female sponsor. You tell me who's the fool. He is, she is, we is. Living in the world with most expect shortcuts and handouts. NBA dreams for all don't pan out, so the corner some stand out. Living in the past. Mad when asked why he didn't make it. Yeah, them old stories sound good, but it's only so long a grown man can fake it. Take it in blood. Rather be a thug than punch a clock. But the feds is looking at time as money, but that's something that he don't watch. And how can he survive with too much pride to flip a burger? Oatmeal beats no meal, but when the jokes crack, that's care to murder. And hood niggas die for that. Lie for that. He don't really sell no dope. But image is everything. And will he ever tell you the truth? See, the answer is nope. Because see, we all got to start, finish. Who invented this system? Prior to the side, get off your ass, get out there, go and get it. You rather sit, quit, talk shit, beg and borrow. But oatmeal beats no meal. Stay strong, get out there and do something. Because today ain't tomorrow. Oatmeal beats no meal. Rap talk. That's that poem of peace. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe for more spoken word and poetry. If you done passed the channel and came across some shit you like, I got more of this on my page, so you can just tune in and kick it. I appreciate y'all. Rap talk. Be sure to get the merchandise also. You can get these cups and shit when you at home, sipping. Never be afraid to dream. That's the message right there. Intelligence is sexy. You can get some of these t-shirts. I'm gonna have the link in the description. Might not even put the link in the comments. Put the link in the comments. You can get you some of this apparel and shit like that. Have some positivity around you. Never be afraid to dream. I appreciate y'all. Rap talk. We're gonna see what the Grammys do with this spoken word and how we gonna find our way up in the mix. You know how we do. If it ain't me, it could be somebody else. And that shit just trickle down and just boom, boom, boom. But shit, why not me? That's how I look at life. Why not me? Why not us? You know, why not you? Why not you be that first one? Then we talk about that on a couple other episodes. Some people don't want to be the first. You can be the first. You know, you can start some shit off, trade some shit off. I can, you can. But I appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all eating or whatever left of it. That shit popping. Rap talk. I know it.